Hi and welcome. I'm Dale and I'm absolutely delighted to help you kickstart your new year. So I've got a number of what I call self-coaching tools, and if you go to ascendcreatives.com you will see this sign up and you will see this sign up. So sign up for your free resources. They're all on one page, but you will also get an email that links to all of these things afterwards. So let's have a look at what you're actually going to get. So we've got 4 tools. The first one is about letting go. So when we get to the end of the year, to be able to create space for what's to come, we need to let stuff go, obviously. So in this workbook, it's going to take you through some various different things that you could do, some things to think about, and then it's going to come to this exercise. This is simple and incredibly powerful. So the easiest way to have a look at it is we have this circle of letting go. Now in the center of the circle, we're going to keep all the things that we want to keep for the coming year. So as an example, let's say you are extremely kind and compassionate. So you want to keep those things. However, there's going to be stuff that you want to let go. So if you're very kind and compassionate, you might be one of those people that just gives. So in the outside of it, you're letting go of is letting people take advantage of you. So you're going to let go of saying yes to everything. So what you'll need to do is, before you draw the circle, is just sit and reflect. Maybe play some calm music, light a candle, smudge the room with some sage. And like I said, so inside the circle, all the things you can keep. Outside, all the things you want to let go of. When you've done that, what we want to do is engage all of the senses. So have a look at what you've written. What do you notice between what's inside and what's outside? Read it aloud. How does it sound? Do you get any funny kind of like physical feelings? Maybe, kind of feel the paper and get a sense of what you've written. I've put down taste. No, I'm not going to suggest you eat the paper, but what you might want to do is maybe sip a nice cup of tea or sip some water while you reflect. Now, one of the other things that I tend to do is I will place the piece of paper on the floor and I will stand on it, and all the things that I want to keep I will let wash over me, and all the things I want to let go of I will push away from me. So it's a fantastic exercise, and I really do invite you to have a go at this before you do anything else. Workbook 2 is Letter to Future Me. Pretty straightforward. You've probably seen it before. Reflect on your year. Think about where you've grown, things of work, challenges, goals, and think about any changes you want, any hopes you've got for the coming year, and then you just sit down very quietly after you have reflected and write yourself your letter. So dear future self, or dear future me. Then what you need to do is, when you've scribbled that, place it in an envelope, put it somewhere safe. Go to your calendar and remind yourself that on the last day of the year, open up this and have a read, and then reflect in your journal on how your year was. Did it pan out in the way that you thought it might? So this is a lovely, lovely exercise. Now this one is a little bit different. So this is called the Oracle of the Year. And the way that we do that is we either get some oracle cards, or if you don't have oracle cards, you can use index cards. So let's go through the index cards first. You need 13 cards, so 12, one for each month, and then the final card is the theme for the year. And you just take these cards and you intuitively write down a word for that particular month, whatever it might be. Now, if you're going to use oracle cards, so if I use this deck for example, so this is the Self-Love Oracle, you just need to shuffle your oracle, and in whatever way suits you, so whether you fan them out, you pick 13 cards. What I would then do is place those cards in a circle with one in the middle in front of me. And then for each card, I tend not to read the books that come with the oracle cards. So I've got no idea where this book is. But what I would do is I would look at each of the cards. And if you've done your own cards, I would sit and reflect on what this says. So this one says, I am the light of my soul, third eye chakra. So if this came up for me in January, I would be thinking about, creating a vision. So I'll actually be doing that later on. So what you do is you set out the oracle cards, and then what you want to do is look at, so write in this box what your theme for the year is, write about it, any action plan, any other notes that you've got, and then do the same thing for each of the months of the year. And then literally each month, scribble out your theme, just a few actions, the date you're going to do them, think about things you're grateful for, things you want to improve, any other notes, scribble any reflective notes at the end of the month, and you do that for your entire year. When you get to the end of the year, end of year reflections. This is actually quite an interesting thing to do, because when we pick oracle cards, or if we create our own oracle cards, it's almost like our intuition is guiding us through the kinds of actions that we, in quotes, should be taking for the year. So it's a lovely, lovely exercise to do. And again, along with your future me letter, this is fantastic to have a look at the end of the year and go, yeah, that didn't quite pan out, or yeah, got loads to celebrate. And the final thing is go and get yourself a Canva account if you don't have one, and you're going to create the vision for your year, but it's a video. So it's entirely up to you how you want to do it. You can choose a Canva template, or you can start from scratch. Think about the theme you want, and then just gather up like photos, any kinds of images. Canva has masses and masses and masses of images. Add things like text and affirmations and goals and visions and value words and all sorts of things. And when you've done it, add some music, and then you can play your video on a regular basis to remind you of the vision that you've come, that you're creating for the coming year. And of course, like any kind of visioning thing, you can come and change this at any time. But this is lovely, and it's great fun to sit and create it and then play it through and just remind yourself on a regular basis, this is what I want. And then when you get to the end of the year, or any time in between, you can sit and create notes. So these are my 4 tools that I personally, this is my personal ritual that I do. So I do a letting go, I write a letter, I'll be sitting down with those and tuning into the cards later. And tomorrow I will be sitting and doing my vision video. So I really do hope that you enjoy all of these coaching tools. And like I said, if you come to my website, you've got 2 opportunities to sign up. And any questions, let me know. Have the most amazing, amazing, amazing year.